let's talk for just a minute about what coaching means for executives, because executives are in kind of a specific, a different situation than most other people out there. Business owners themselves are executives, but a small business owner is generally going to be an executive who doesn't have necessarily a lot of experience of running a business. And so they need some help following the paths and the patterns of how to make a business successful. By the time your business has grown to the point where you have a corporate suite of offices, a CFO, a CEO, a CMO, or whatever it is that is specific and pertinent to your business, whatever those corporate titles are, those are the executives of the business, and each one of those executives are critical to the business. If they're not critical, you don't hire them. Okay, if they're not bringing an expertise that is worth a very large salary, then they shouldn't be there. So what do you do to help them get better? Well, that's where executive coaching comes in line. Executive coaching, while it has some of the same concepts as a small business coaching, it really deals a lot with mindset. It deals a lot with, if you follow Jim Rohn, a very famous Jim Rohn quote, work on yourself harder than you do on your business. Never wish life were easier, wish that you were better. Okay, it has to do with constant growth, constantly becoming better than you were the day before, because that's the only way you can stay competitive. And for a company with a large company with a C-suite to stay competitive, their corporate officers have to stay not just where they were yesterday. They need to be where they're going to be tomorrow and know where they're going to going in a year. And they have to continue that improvement, because that's the only way the business improves. That's the only way the business will wind up staying competitive. That's the way the business grows. If the business isn't growing, it's dying, because just like life and nature, there is no such thing as status quo or stagnant. You're growing or dying. If your company, think of it this way, if your company hasn't changed its revenue in the last 5 years, well, guess what? The market has grown in the last 5 years. So if your company hasn't changed its revenue, that means you have a lower market share than you did 5 years ago. You're not status quo, you're going downhill. So executive coaching has to do with the aid that this corporate suite needs in order to keep improving, keep making it better, keep working on yourself harder than you do on your job. Keep working on yourself harder than you do on your business, because that's how you make the business better. It's by being a better you. Okay, if you believe in coaching, or even if you don't believe in coaching, look at every sports team that's out there. They have coaches. Why do they have coaches? Well, because it's kind of important that they succeed. Failure is not an option. Okay, they might lose games and things like that. And they might replace coaches when they lose games. Very rarely do they replace players when they lose games. They usually replace coaches. Why is that? Because the coaches are the ones that are making the team better. The coaches are the ones that are keeping it competitive, making it better tomorrow than it was today. So in a business, success is just that important. The business relies on it. The vendors rely on the success of the business. The customers rely on the success of the business. The employees rely on the success of the business. There can be hundreds, thousands, maybe even more people whose lives rely on the success of the business. That's why it's worth investing in coaching and hedging those bets, keeping yourself competitive, keeping your corporate suite executives competitive, and being more tomorrow than you are today. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help. Let's do some more tomorrow.